Hello, and welcome to this how-to video about Merlin. This video will show you how to create a new Merlin project starting from an existing GitHub repository. We'll create a project within IBM i Developer by cloning the existing repository, and then we'll create an ARCAD application. Let's get started. This is GitHub, and this is our existing GitHub repository. As you can see, it already contains source members. We'll use the features in GitHub to copy the repository's SSH address. This is IBM i Developer. We'll now use the copied SSH address of our existing repository to clone it into the IBM i Developer workspace. When it's finished, you can see the source that's in the Git repository is now within the IBM i Developer workspace. Now we'll create our IBM i project. We'll press enter and accept the default for the path for our IBM i project, and then we'll enter a description for the project. Next, we'll connect to Merlin. We do this by entering our password and pressing enter. At this point, Merlin will ask you if you want to configure this project for ARCAD. In this example, let's choose yes. Merlin will now ask you for an ARCAD application ID, the application prefix to use, and whether or not you're using an IASP. Merlin will then ask if you want the ARCAD application to be initialized. If you choose close, the application will be created, but you'll end up with an empty ARCAD metadata repository. If you select initialize, the ARCAD application is created and a first version is also created with the source from the Git repository. Then an ARCAD build will be started over the version that was just created. If the build succeeds, then this version is transferred to the ARCAD reference environment. This loads the ARCAD metadata repository with information about these sources. Every action taking place can be followed within the output view. There are many factors that determine how long this will take, including the number of source members and your processor speed. When it's finished, we'll return to the 5250 session and see what's happened. We'll execute the command to work with our application, and as you can see, it now exists. It was created with new libraries, and the ARCAD metadata repository was loaded with information about the source and object created during this process. The source is placed in specific source files, and the objects are placed in specific libraries based on standard ARCAD topology. The process also automatically created the link between this ARCAD application and the remote Git repository. You're now ready to modify these source members or create new ones. Thanks for watching. For more movies and more information, please visit our website at www.arcadsoftware.com. We'll see you there.